What's the idea behind just taking a 10-year-old who is not a normal 10-year-old in the sense that they're happy playing with dollies or playing with G.I. Joe or whatever, it has some confusion, and just immediately coming up with the most extreme solution to their problems?
Well, it's wrong and it's inappropriate. There's often children with complex and multiple issues that they're struggling with, but the moment the label is slapped on them that this is a trans child, then suddenly they're treated differently. Suddenly they're not treated properly by local mental health services. They're, as people have said, they're shipped off to the TAVI to be treated at the TAVI as some separate group, which is totally inappropriate. These are children.
They've had, they've had at least one famous whistleblower there. But there are a lot of people who seem, and in the medical profession, there must be disquiet about this. But people seem to look at what happens to very famous women like J.K. Rowling, and they figure that it's in their own interest just to keep quiet.
Or move on. You know, the Tavistock has had a problem with staff moving on. Staff retention has been an issue for them because members of staff look at what's happening and they don't like it, and they don't want to be part of it. This has been talked about for a long time.
But at the same time, the idea that there's no minimum age at which you... I mean, I don't know what you were like as a 10-year-old, as a 9-year-old, or as an 8-year-old, but do you think it would have been good for you if you had transitioned at 6, 7, 8 or 9?
No, not at all. No. And this is the thing that frightens me. You see, I'm somebody who has transitioned and I've made the best of it since I transitioned. But I did that as an adult. When I knew what it meant to be an adult, I'd had all the children which that I wanted to, so I'd had all that, and then I transitioned. If I transitioned at 6, 7 and 8, how would have I fit into society? How would I have formed relationships? How would I had children of my own, which my pride and joy? None of these questions have got answers. Instead, we're crossing our fingers and hoping for the best for these children.
There's a sad aspect to what becomes, for adolescents, bodily mutilation. And there are websites all over the place now in which young girls who decide that they're boys actually put up on Instagram and TikTok their breast scars. They're 14, 15, 16, they have their breasts removed, and they have this scar midway across their chest, and they put up the photographs of these scars as if it's life-affirming. Is it?
I don't see how it can be. It just seems to me like a craze that teenage girls are doing this and then promoting this, and it then becomes like a domino effect. But nobody's been asking the question, what's really going on here, apart from saying these children are trans, which isn't an explanation for anything. It's explaining a problem away. These children have got often complex and multiple mental health conditions, and we need to be investigating and exploring those conditions, not just saying you're trans, here's some hormones.